Hello students and my dear subscriber, welcome back to my channel. This is Prajal Abhayar. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe my channel and hit the bell button to get a notification of all my new videos. This is part 2. If you have not seen part 1, please do watch part 1 and come back here. I have provided a link in description box. And today we are starting with a new topic, budget line. Budget line, a graphical representation of all those bundles which cost the amount just equal to the consumer's money income gives us the budget line. The budget line represents two different combination of goods which a consumer can purchase with the given income and price of commodity. Budget line is nothing but it is a graphical representation of all possible combination of two goods which can be purchased with given income and prices such that the cost of each of those combination is equal to the money income of the consumer. Here we have another example. Q1 be the amount of good 1, Q2 be the amount of good 2, P1 be the price of good 1, P2 be the price of good 2, P1 Q2 is equal to total money spent on good 2. Therefore, the equation of the budget set can be shown in the below diagram. This is the diagram of budget line. See, here you can see the budget line. These are the two goods. These are the two goods which can be purchased with given income and price. Okay, next we are moving monotonic reference. Consumer preference are called monotonic when between any two bundles, one bundle has more of one good and no less of other goods as it offers him a higher level of satisfaction. For example, you will go to a shop and you want to buy a like toothpaste. You will see Colgate is an offer of buy one get one free and Dabur is not there in buy one get one of offer. So which one you purchase? Obviously you purchase a Colgate because it's there a buy one get one of free. That is called monotonic reference. Next is change in budget line. There can be a parallel shift due to change in income of the consumer and change in price of the consumer and change in price of goods. A rise in income of the consumer shifts the budget line rightwards and vice versa. In case of change in price of one good, there will be a rotation in the budget line. Fall in price causes outward rotation due to a rise in purchasing power and vice versa. Change in budget, when and all it will budget line will change when your income increases or goods price increases. Here you can see the effect of change in income on budget line. Rightward shift budget line is when your income increases and leftward shift is when your income decreases. Okay, marginal rate of substitution. It is the rate at which a consumer is willing to substitute one good to obtain one more unit of the other good. Generally, it is the slope of indifferent curve. Marginal rate of substitution is nothing but it is the rate at which a consumer can give up some amount of one good in exchange for other good while maintaining the same level of unit. For example, you are going to a shop to purchase a cell phone and headset. Okay, you purchase phone and headset and you have only the 10,000 budget. They will say phone is 9,500 and headset is 1,000 and you has to forego the headset to purchase a phone. Correct? For purchasing a one good, you're foregoing a headset, another good. That is called marginal rate of substitute. Okay, you understood? Formula for marginal rate of substitute is equal to loss of good y divided by gain good x. Next we are moving to indifference curve. It is a curve showing different combination of two goods, each combinations offering the same level of satisfaction to the consumer. Okay, here we'll see the graph. Okay, indifference curve. This is an indifference curve. Okay, you see here, this is the burger and fries. Okay, you have burger and you have fries, both the satisfaction level is high, you are satisfied with the both goods, you don't have any difference in that two goods, in that is called indifference curve. You don't have any difference in satisfaction of two goods. 1% also it's no difference in the satisfaction of when you are eating burger or when you are eating fries. Okay, next, characteristics of indifference curve. Please write it down this. Next, preference of consumer. It is governed by monotonic preference. Monotonic preference refers a situation where the consumer will prefer more of a commodities than the combination providing lesser commodities, or a consumer preference or two bundles. The consumer preference the bundle which has more of at least one of the goods and no less of the other good as compared to other bundle. So as I said, you prefer more goods, not less than other goods. That is called preference of consumer. That is a, you prefer what to buy. For example, you go to a shop to purchase a soap. Okay, you see one side buy one get one free, and another side there is no offer for that soap, buy one get one free. Which one you go? Obviously go for buy one get one free, because you want one more goods, not less than that goods. That is called preference of consumer, what you are preferring to purchase that goods. Okay, equilibrium. A consumer is said to be in equilibrium when he maximizes his satisfaction given his money, income and prices of two commodity. He attains equilibrium at the point where the slope of indifference curve is equal to the slope of budget line. By now you are about indifference curve and the budget line. Let's look at the consumer equilibrium. A consumer is the equilibrium when he derives maximum satisfaction from the goods and is in no position to rearrange his purchase. Okay, you are satisfied in maximum level. Okay, now you don't want to purchase any other thing. That is called consumer equilibrium. Quantity demanded. It is the quantity which a consumer is able and is willing to buy at particular price and in a given of time. So in a given price and in a given time, how much goods you are purchasing, it's called quantity demand. You are willing to buy at a particular price and given time. Got an idea? Next is determinants of demand. What are the determinants of demand? Price of goods, income of consumer, taste and preference of consumer. We'll see what is the price of goods, what is the goods price we'll see, and we'll see what is the income of ours, and we'll see taste and preference. Next, change of demand. Change in quantity demand or movement along demand curve. This is the diagram. You see the change in demand. See, when the expansion of demand, or we call extension of demand, another side we are seeing contraction of demand. Okay, when the expansion is decreasing, you see, when expansion
case decreases in price. Okay, when it is in expansion demand, price will decrease. When in contraction demand, increases in price. Okay, this is a change of demand, expansion and contraction. Okay, expansion means when expansion is there, it will be decreases in price. When contraction will be, it will be increases in price. Okay, next is change in demand or shift in demand. See, these are the two diagram. Is the change in demand. See, if it is increases, changes in demand or shift in demand. Market demand, it is the total quantity of the commodity demand in the market by all consumers at different prices at a point of time. What do you mean by market demand? Market demand, it is the total quantity of the commodity demand in the market by all consumers at different prices at a point of time. What it mean market demand? We'll see the demand for a given product and who want to purchase it. We'll see how the goods is demand is increasing in the market and how many wants to buy that product. That is called market demand. For example, fruits. Okay, we'll see the fruits rates are increasing because its demand is increasing. That fruits is called, or that goods we call in market, we have a demand for a fruits. That is called market demand because fruits purchase or consumers are more, so we'll call it that market demand product, correct, or goods. Next is demand function. It is the functional relationship between the demand for a commodity and factor affecting the demand. What is the demand function? We'll see the relationship between the demand for commodity and factor affecting the demand. We'll see demand for the commodity, how much demand is there in the market, and we'll see factor affecting the demand. Okay, that is called demand function. Next we are moving to the law of demand. The law states that when all other things remains constant, then there is inverse relationship between price of the commodity and quantity demanded of it. That is, higher the price, lower the demand, and lower the price, higher the demand. What did law of demand say? Higher the price, lower the demand, and lower the price, higher the demand. Okay, when demand is increases, price will decreases. When price is high, demand will decreases. Okay, next we are moving to change in demand. When demand changes due to change in any one of its determinant other than the price. So when your goods price increases or decreases, or when your income increases, it will be change in a demand. Or next is change in quantity demand. Change in demand, when demand changes due to change in any one of its determinants other than the price. Other than the price, it may be any other reason to change in demand. It may be like if it is summer, we won't use sweater, so for that demand will decreases. Change in quantity demand, when demand change due to change in its own price, keeping all other factor constant. Okay, next, demand curve and demand schedule. The tabular presentation of price and quantity, it is called demand schedule, and a demand curve is the graphical representation of the demand schedule. What it mean? Demand curve and demand schedule means it is a tabular representation of price and quantity. Okay, see, this is demand curve. Have formula for this: change in price divided by change in quantity demand. Next is price elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand is a measurement of change in quantity demanded in response to a change in price of the commodity. What is the price elasticity of demand? Price elasticity of demand is a measurement of change in quantity demand in response to a change in price. It is also response to the change in price of commodity. Okay. Next we'll see methods of measurement of price elasticity of demand. First is percentage method, total expenditure method, last is geometric method. First we'll see percentage method. Percentage method formulas are, please note down, EP is equal to delta Q divided by delta P into P divided by Q. EP is equal to elasticity of demand, delta Q is equal to change in quantity, delta P is equal to change in price, P is equal to initial prices, Q is equal to initial quantity. And we have another formula also, please write it down this. Next we'll move to total expenditure method. It measures price elasticity of demand on the basis of change in total expenditure incurred on commodity by household due to change in its price. There are three conditions. ED is equal to 1 when due to raise or full. ED is greater than 1 when due to fall in price. Total expenditure goes up, and due to raise in price, total expenditures goes down. Next, ED is lesser than 1 when due to fails in price, total expenditure goes down, and due to raise in price, total expenditures goes up. Next we'll see geometric method. Elasticity of demand at any point it measured by dividing the length of lower segment of the demand curve with the length of upper segment of demand curve at that point. The value of ED is unity at midpoint of any linear demand curve. What is geometrical method? Elasticity of demand at any point is measured by dividing the length of lower segment of the demand curve with the length of upper segment of demand curve at that point. Okay, we have the formula of ED is equal to lower segment of the demand curve divided by upper segment of the demand curve. See, this is the diagram of D is midpoint of the demand curve. You can see here D is a midpoint of the demand curve. Okay, these are the diagram. This is the degree of price elasticity and diagram of total expenditure method. We are going to the factors influencing price elasticity of demand. Nature of the commodity, availability of substitute goods, income level of the consumer, price level of the commodity, time period, different uses of the commodity, behavior of the consumer, photophonement of consumption. Here we finish with this lesson. In next video we'll start with a sums.
Thank you for watching my video. Take care. Have a nice day.